It's Friday, September 18th, 2005, and this is episode number 2 for Walt Disney World Today. I'm your host, Matt Hochberg, and today's panel includes Len Testa of the Unofficial Guide to Walt Disney World. Welcome, Len.
Hey, Matt.
As well as Mike Scopa of MousePlanet.com. Welcome to the show, Mike.
Hello, Matt.
And the show wouldn't be complete without another Mike, Mike Newell of MouseWorldRadio.com. Mike, how are you doing today?
Hi, Matt. Thanks.
Today we're talking about Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party. Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party runs on 15 select nights this fall in the Magic Kingdom, and it's a special event that happens after the park closes normally and allows guests to come dressed up in their Halloween costumes and trick-or-treat throughout the park. The party includes a parade and special fireworks spectacular, and for more information about getting tickets to the event, you can of course contact Disney directly by calling 407-WDisney. Now, Mike Scopa, we've heard that you're the man to talk to about Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party. Why don't you give us what to look for, what to do, all that good stuff.
Well, it's one of those events where you really need to have a plan when you enter the park, Matt. One of the things that everyone gets excited about is the trick-or-treating, and as each guest enters the park, they're given a little orange bag, and they can take that bag to one of 16 special areas within the park in which they can get candy. But I've heard from some very good friends of mine who are cast members that the best place to get the best candy is right across from Peter Pan's flight, right next to Small World. So those of you who are listening to this podcast are getting a real good tip on that. To see where the other areas are that you can receive the trick-or-treat candy, the guests would look for the Mickey Ear Pumpkin balloon that will be overhead. So there are about 16 spots. Well, when you enter the park, there are certain things that you should do early on. One of the things is that you need to consider getting a fast pass for the Haunted Mansion, because that is obviously the most popular attraction at that party. So it's good to get a fast pass, or if you can actually go in on standby, then I would do that.
What do the wait times look like if you go wait on standby?
I think that the standby, if you can get standby for less than 30 minutes, then I would go in there. Otherwise, I would go for a fast pass, because there are certain things you don't want to miss that night, Matt, and you don't want to spend a lot of time in line. You really don't. There is a Halloween riverboat ride that should be done early in the party as well, to get that out of the way, because as we get closer and closer to the fireworks time, which I believe is 9:15 that night, they will close off that for a while. So that's important. There is a Mickey's Boo to You Halloween Parade that is run twice that night, 8 o'clock and 10 o'clock, and that's a real popular parade. The highlight of that parade is at the beginning, where the Headless Horseman gallops up Main Street and through the park, and everybody waits for that. So that's a very, very popular ride. And for those who are going, if they want a good spot to take photographs, a very good spot is right outside the Country Bear Jamboree building, because on that night they have special lights that come up behind you, and they really give you a good opportunity to take some really good photos. So that's important. And of course, the special Halloween fireworks that are out there at 9:15. And to this year, from what I understand, we won't be seeing Pink come down from the castle, but we may be seeing somebody else come down from the castle. And I don't want to give it away, but for those who are going, make sure you can see the castle when you watch the fireworks. So that's about it. I think that it's important for everybody to understand that things are going to be happening real fast that night, and they need to have a set plan, because you don't want to find yourself at 10 o'clock saying, gee, I wish I had done this, and I wish I had done this.
Well, I've heard, maybe you can correct me if I'm wrong, I've heard that, often adults always have that problem of, do I want to get dressed or do I not want to get dressed up and go in costume? And I've heard that the closer you are to Halloween, the more adults you're likely to see dressed up. Is that true?
That is very true. Last year I had the opportunity to go a week before Halloween, and I saw who I thought was a bride and a groom getting married. I saw a lot of people dressed up like Johnny Depp in Pirates of the Caribbean. I think I saw more adults dressed up than children, and it's a real treat to go to this special event because you never know what you're going to see.
Great. Are there any pitfalls we have to avoid?
The pitfalls are that you sometimes will get caught up in just when you walk up Main Street, USA, when you first enter the park, it will be green and it will be orange and there will be ghosts flying all over the place as far as silhouettes on the buildings. And you may tend to spend a little bit too much time there, and you really need to be aware of the schedule, and you really need to keep track of the time, because before you know it, the parade will be starting. And the thing is that the parade is at 8 o'clock, the fireworks is at 9:15, and the second parade is at 10. Now, those who are veterans to the Magic Kingdom may remember, fireworks is always at 10. The parade is always at 9. So they need to be aware of those time differences. That's very, very important.
A lot of great information right there. I don't know about, is the rule the same? I know that in the studios with Fantasmic is if there's more than one showing, you always see the second one. Is it better to see the second parade?
I think so, and the reason for that is obvious. That most of the guests will probably be gone by the second parade because they will bring children in, and they will get the children doing their trick-or-treating. They'll watch the first parade, they'll watch the fireworks, and then they'll leave. So you're absolutely right, Matt. The best time is the second parade near, and probably Frontierland is the best place. I'd even go as far to say where the Liberty Bell is, right across from Hall of Presidents. There is some storytelling that goes on just before the parade. So yes, the 10 o'clock parade is my preference.
Well, that's it for us today. This has been episode 2 of Walt Disney World Today. Be sure to visit the Walt Disney World website at www.wdwtoday.com for the show notes, as well as the ability to send us all your comments about this brand new podcast. As always, you can look for our new shows on Mondays and Fridays every week. For Len Testa, Mike Scopa, and Mike Newell, I'm Matt Hatchberg. We'll see you